I wanted to kill myself on the spot. I really did, for having done that. That was a stupid thing to do.
Lost in Space might look like just another retro sci-fi show. Bright colors, rubber monsters, and the famous Danger Will Robinson line. But behind the campy charm lies a galaxy of wild secrets. From bizarre production blunders to genius casting moves, the real story of Lost in Space is stranger and smarter than you'd expect. Think you know everything about the Robinsons and their robot? Think again. These 10 surprising facts will change how you see the show forever. Number 10. The Great Vegetable Rebellion. Let's start with the Great Vegetable Rebellion, possibly the strangest episode in sci-fi history. By season 3, Lost in Space had gone full-on surreal. In this infamous episode, the Robinsons meet a sentient man-sized carrot named Tybo. Yes, a talking carrot.
Good day to you, stranger.
Good day. Who said that? Was it you who spoke?
Behind the scenes, the embarrassment was real. Writer Peter Packer reportedly tried to hide the script from actor Jonathan Harris, who played Dr. Smith. Harris later recalled the bizarre moment with sharp wit. "I didn't have another damned idea in my head." That line, meant to mock Packer's desperation, captured exactly how absurd the episode felt to the cast. This episode aired just before the series finale. Critics say it symbolized how far the show had strayed from its roots, and maybe even helped slay it. You won't believe what's hidden in plain sight. This next reveal changes everything. Number 9. The villain who stole the show. Dr. Zachary Smith wasn't supposed to be a series regular. In fact, he wasn't even in the original pilot. He was added later to stir conflict, an expendable villain meant to disappear after a few episodes. But actor Jonathan Harris had other plans. He reinvented Dr. Smith as a flamboyant, cowardly diva dripping with sarcasm. Instead of being hated, he became beloved. The audience couldn't get enough. Suddenly, the character designed to sabotage the family became the reason fans kept watching. "Oh, the pain" wasn't just a line, it became iconic. Dr. Smith's evolution from villain to comic relief redefined the series and turned Harris into a TV legend. Number 8. The special guest star power play. Harris didn't just dominate the screen, he outplayed everyone off camera too. Unlike the rest of the cast, Harris negotiated to be listed as a special guest star in every episode. As he later explained in interviews, "I said, I will accept last billing. Special guest star Jonathan Harris every week."
Danger! Reverse thrust! Full power! John, look out!
That title gave Harris extra visibility, more leverage, and elevated him above the main cast, at least in the eyes of the audience. And he pulled it off in every episode. In a way, the credit itself reflected Dr. Smith's personality, always believing he was more important than everyone else. It was the perfect blend of ego and strategy. Number 7. A secret romance between co-stars. While viewers watched the Robinson children act like siblings on screen, real life had a plot twist. Billy Mooney, Will Robinson, and Angela Cartwright, Penny Robinson, became more than just co-stars. As they grew up on set, their friendship blossomed into a genuine relationship. By the time Mooney got his driver's license, they were dating seriously. They even got engaged for a time after the show ended, though few fans ever knew. The romance eventually ended, but the bond lasted. They remained lifelong friends, and their chemistry gave a deeper dimension to their scenes together. It was one of the show's rare off-screen stories of heartfelt connection. Number 6. The pilot had no robot. It's hard to picture Lost in Space without the wisecracking robot or the ever-dramatic Dr. Smith. But in the original pilot, titled No Place to Hide, neither existed.
Had a robot, a one-of-a-kind... Oh my... Godfrey Daniels! Hello! Hi, I'm Will Robinson from the planet Earth.
It was a straightforward, serious space drama. Just the Robinson family and Don West battling nature and misfortune. No sabotage, no comic relief, and no Danger, Will Robinson. network executives felt it lacked punch. So they added Dr. Smith and the Robot to create tension, humor, and that now famous dynamic. Those changes didn't just reshape the show, they saved it. Just when you thought it couldn't get stranger, the next detail rewrites the story. Number 5. Real computers on set. In an era of cardboard props and plastic buttons, Lost in Space went the extra mile. Inside the Jupiter 2, the production team used real computers, specifically Burroughs B-205s. These machines were cutting edge in the 50s and 60s, used by government agencies and research labs. They didn't actually work on the show, but visually, they looked authentic. Blinking lights, rows of switches, polished casings, it all added up to a spaceship that felt like the future. Producer Irwin Allen believed in making sci-fi believable, and this little touch added a surprising layer of realism to an otherwise fantastical show. Number 4. CBS chose Lost in Space over Star Trek. Talk about a sliding door moment in TV history. In the early 1960s, both Lost in Space and Star Trek were pitched around the same time. CBS could only pick one, and they chose Allen's family-friendly adventure over Gene Roddenberry's cerebral space drama.
Want to see something interesting? Sure. What?
As Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry later explained, CBS was already developing another sci-fi family adventure, Lost in Space, and ultimately passed on Star Trek because they didn't want similar programming on their lineup. He recalled, they refused to purchase the show as they already had a similar program in development, the 1965 Irwin Allen series Lost in Space. Imagine if CBS had picked Star Trek instead. Would Lost in Space have become a forgotten concept? Would science fiction TV as we know it even exist? That decision didn't just shape two shows, it changed television history. Number 3. The robot suit costs more than a house. The robot wasn't just a fan favorite, it was a budget-eating beast. Designed by Robert Kinoshita, the same man behind Forbidden Planet's Robbie the Robot, the costume cost an eye-watering $70,000 to build. That's the equivalent of over $500,000 today.
You remember what to do?
Everything.
Okay. Now the most important thing is to keep talking and get as close as possible.
It weighed nearly 200 pounds and had zero automation. Inside was stuntman Bob May, who accepted the role mainly because he fit. May had to memorize every movement and cue while sweltering inside the suit with almost no ventilation or visibility. As the Los Angeles Times recounted about May's time in the suit, May once spent a couple of hours trapped inside the thing. His patience ended when, set up as a joke, he lit a cigarette inside the robot, and Irwin Allen nearly spray extinguished him with a fire extinguisher. And the voice? That was added later by announcer Dick Tufeld, who, fun fact, also served as the show's narrator. Number 2. The show reused Star Trek's alien ears. Though the shows were rivals, Lost in Space and Star Trek quietly shared some creative DNA. Their makeup and prop departments occasionally overlapped, especially when money got tight. In the Lost in Space episode The Haunted Lighthouse, eagle-eyed fans noticed that one of the alien species sported ears that looked suspiciously Vulcan. Turns out, they were Vulcan prosthetics, reused from Star Trek to save time and cash. So yes, some aliens in Lost in Space were literally wearing Star Trek's face. One last twist awaits, and it's the kind of detail only the sharpest fans ever noticed. Number 1. The music was composed by John Williams, before Star Wars, before Indiana Jones, before Jaws. A young composer named John Williams, then going by Johnny, was hired to write the theme for Lost in Space. He was just 33. Instead of the bleepy, sci-fi sounds typical for the era, Williams delivered a lush orchestral score. Dramatic, sweeping, epic. It gave the show a gravitas that its goofy plots often lacked. The music elevated every episode, and looking back, it was a sign of the greatness to come. Long before lightsabers and T-Rex roars, Williams made space sound beautiful with just a marching theme and a vision. Williams approached the score with the mindset of scoring a feature film rather than a children's TV show. His use of full orchestration, thematic development, and dynamic shifts brought an unexpected level of sophistication to Lost in Space. The theme didn't just introduce the show, it established mood, urgency, and wonder from the very first note, setting a new standard for how seriously television music could be taken, even in the world of science fiction fantasy. Which fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more retro TV secrets and sci-fi deep dives, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Until next time, stay curious, space travelers. And don't forget to click the next video. There's plenty more to explore.